This problem is asking me to find the equation of a line that passes through the points 6, 2, and 2, negative 1. The first step to finding the equation is finding the slope. I'm going to call x1 6 and y1 2, x2 2, and y2 negative 1. To find the slope, I'm going to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. 2 minus 6 is negative 4. This simplifies to 3/4. To find the equation of the line, I can plug in my values to the point-slope form. Y minus y1 equals the slope times the sum of x minus x1. While this equation would suffice, I also know that in part C of this problem, I'm going to need to graph it. So I'd like to turn this into the slope-intercept form, as that's the easiest form for graphing. My first step then is to distribute the 3/4 and then add 2 to each side. So my equation in slope-intercept form is y equals 3/4 x minus 10/4. The second part of this problem is asking me to find the equation of a line that runs perpendicular to that. I know that the slope is going to be the negative reciprocal of the slope to the line, of the line to which it's perpendicular. So I know the slope, and I also know that I'm going to be using the point negative 1, 1. Again, I can use the point-slope form. Y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. Simplifying, y minus 1 equals negative 4/3 times the sum of x and 1. Again, I want to turn the equation into the slope-intercept form so that it's easy to graph. And that will have me distribute my negative 4/3 and add 1 to each side. So my slope-intercept form is y equals negative 4/3 x minus 1/3. The last part of this question is asking me to graph both of these equations. So I'm going to start with my coordinate grid. My y-intercept is at negative 10/4, which is 2.5. I know that I'm going to go up 3 and over 4, and I can connect the dots. I'm also asked to label 2 points on this line. Well, I know that the point 2, negative 1 is on this line. And I also know that the point 6, 2 is on this line because that's how I found the line. So I'm going to label the points 2, negative 1, and 6, 2. It's also asked to label the line with the equation, which is y equals 3/4 x minus 10/4. Next, I'm going to graph my next line. Remember, that line followed the equation y equals negative 4 thirds x minus 1/3. 1/3. So my y-intercept was at negative 1/3. I go down 4 and over 3. And connect my dots. Again, I need to label 2 points on the line. I know that my y-intercept is negative 0. Negative 1/3. And I know that my point passed through the line negative 1, 1, because that's how I found the line. So I can label the point negative 1, 1. I've already labeled my graph with the equation. So we now have the line, the original line, and the line perpendicular graphed with 2 points labeled on each line and labeled with the equation.